just like it ain't never been worked before. Frisco, you know they play away, debate way. I see you over there mumbling, boy. What you talking about? 12 o'clock, I hit the block with the top drop. It's that first day of summer and the weather starting to get hot. I see some chocolate little tennis with their shoes out. My shining star skating through it, go shoes out. 3rd Street is kinda packed with a gang of butt. I hear them calling out C, fresh and cool nut. They love the nut because my boy be flowing on his tapes. They loving me because I'm bumping being upstate. Oh no, red light, it's time to side. I'm about to show these out-of-towners how to bank ride. And hit the intersect before the light turns green. And let the back of my drum shield swing and bitch tell him to the curb when I finish. A young player fly bird, yeah, straight up menace. Getting chose by these ponies with the fat monkey. But while I'm standing, Lil Mama's looking chunky. So I'm about to cross the street and get the pop. But as I'm talking, it's the car and the girl job. You can bump and grind with me, but not my car. Cause listen, Mama, it's my shining star. Candy and pain. Them gold things got me tight for the summer. Candy paint, peanut butter. Them gold things got me tight for the summer. You see, Impala got that special paint. Candy paint on candy paint, plus a little pearl paint. The gold things gotta sit tight. And while I'm striking through the city, I keep my top drop all night. I told Nut to take the blunt and pass the brew. I buckle up because your boy fishing to act a fool. I grab my strap and whip the donut in the intersection, dumping in the air to let the jackets know she got protection. That's just another block, Lil Mama left hot. So I'ma keep a boat spinning till we shake the spot. Just said cool, one pump, what you wanna do? Hit Deja. Then we on our way to Deja Vu. I hit the highway top, still drop, wind blowing. Beach slamming cause I love to hear myself flowing. Got to the club, music whopping cause we turning heads. 2 roughneck hip dogs rolling fed. And everybody's looking at us like we in a rose. I'm hopping out like a Mac and hitting a gangster pose. And Miss Apollo with a ghost shoes, flossing hard. I got love for my shining star. Candy paint, peanut butter. Them gold things got me tight for the summer. Candy paint, peanut butter. Them gold things got me tight for the summer. 1969 was the year for Miss Impala. Born with the 327, so when you bust the gas, she hollers. Known to smoke up the block when it's time to smile. Showing fools how an old school supposed to mile. +2 fly G's in the front seat. When we dip up on you, feel the engine with a gang of heat. Eyes red like a mad dog off their blunts. My boy Chris got that poison, that shit no punk. It got me swerving, but I ain't about to wreck my Chevy. Cause in the summer, shining star got me looking fatty. And all these tenants must have thought I paid a meal for her. So give me depth to keep smiling cause I kill for her. 6'9" mobs harder than them 6'4s. Up on the floor, but mine's blowing up the dope. And when that B&M shift kicks in, posse rear spins, and I'm smoking up your block again. And when I park you to the curb, you only give me booty. But I ain't the one cause Miss Impala is the real cutie. She represents me in a real way cause that's my car. So I'm giving props to all the shining stars. Candy paint, peanut butter. Them gold things got me tight for the summer. Candy paint, peanut butter. Them gold things got me tight for the summer. Candy paint, peanut butter. Pretty girls, flashing cars. Candy paint for the summer, for the summer. All the girls seeing me flashing in my car.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Off top. What it do, y'all? What it do? Excuse me. Don't mean to be coughing in y'all's ear, man. I tried to recover, you know what I'm saying, before I got back up on here. Thought I was cool until I started talking. Shout out to my what it do? Shout out to Vibrant. You know, ain't nothing going down in the town that's vibrant around. And that's a fact. Shout out to Mel. What it do, Mel? Shout out to Tay Bay. What's up with it, Tay Bay? She said we here. Okay. It's running a little late. Shout out to S3. What it do, S3? Shit, that's crazy. Before I went live, right? Because I was over there at, you know what I'm saying, Young Bros and shit. And fucking I seen you up on the panel. I was like, oh shit. And then I started my shit. And you over here in the chat. I'm like, damn. But appreciate you. What's up with it, Bird? Shout out to you. What's up with it, Melanated? Melanated, you always come through on them verticals, man. I think tomorrow morning, man, I'm gonna come with one, man. I think I'm gonna fuck with, you know, a little Vegas again. So, you know, I might have that nice lunchtime for y'all, you know what I'm saying, for my East Coast and whatnot, people. Hood Table, what it do, Hood Table? You had a good live earlier today, Hood Table. I don't know how these motherfuckers act like they don't know who you is, but I know who you are. Let me see. I think I may have got everybody, y'all. Dr. Soapy, what it do, man? Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Damn, my last few lives, bro. I noticed you've been sliding through. I really appreciate that, Pimp. You're a fucking great supporter, bro. And I'm glad you know what I'm saying, made your way up over this way, man, and fuck with your boy, man. For real. And my boy John that slid through. Okay, what it do, John? What's up with it, man? Hopefully you may go live, you know, later on tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? After I do my thing, you know, you could do your thing and we can carry on to the, you know, your arena, bro. But yeah, y'all. So tonight, I was like, you know what, man? I was looking at some of my old school shit and just kind of like how I used to just kind of come off, right? And I used to like have my little, I'll just turn my shit off. I used to have my little topics and I'd have my little note thing, you know what I'm saying? And I just get to doing my thing, bro. And I was like, you know what? I'm finna bring that back one time, man. You know, I wrote down some shit, you know. And basically, you know, it's just a couple little things, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just gonna get to running it real quick. You know, it's always gonna be some real shit, you know. But the topic though tonight, y'all, was who are you? Who are you? And can you face that person in the mirror? Me and B, we always talk about this shit. That mirror could be a son of a bitch, y'all. You look in that mirror sometimes and you may be like, you know, but sometimes you got to bite the bullet, bro. But who are you? What kind of person are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man, are you an agent of chaos? Do you like to just stir up shit? You know what I'm saying? Do you like to be the person that, you know, is always in the middle of something? You know what I mean? Or are you that type that's more laid back, chill, let people do their thing? Like, just who are you? You know what I'm saying? I've always said, and it's definitely something that's been told to us, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a duck, bro. That's your surroundings. Me and my partners, man, we be chopping it up just on how a lot of these older niggas is, bro. And they just ain't getting it. Surrounding themselves with young bucks and shit. Adapting more to what they doing instead of setting a trend for the youngsters. Setting, you know, a different way of doing things instead of basically biting a style. Like, who the fuck are they? Like, do they have their own stance on anything, bro? That's why I asked the question, like, who are you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you the type that just hella go with the flow, bro? Don't have nothing to stand on. Are you that type of person that's in the bunch? You know what I'm saying? Don't have nothing to say. You know what I mean? Just, all right. Like, who are you, bro? Do you just go with what your partners is doing and that's what you doing? Or do you have your own, you know, self, bro? Your own style, your own get down. Kind of like what I told y'all, right, in my last live at the end. Like, I have my own lingo, y'all. Like, that's my shit. I don't care how it sounds to people. You know what I'm saying? Shit. A lot of things sound funny to motherfuckers when it's new to them. And the next thing you know, that shit blows up and gets go-go gadget legs and arms and everything. But that's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know who I am, bro. Shout out to, I'm going to just say, to Basic. First time seeing you. Shout out to you. But like, who are you, though? You know what I'm saying? What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the fucking table, man? When you around your peoples, bro, your folks, family, friends, whatever, what do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Do you have something to say on shit, you know what I'm saying, when shit should be said? Or not at all? Like, I get it. Sometimes you gotta pick your battles, right? But sometimes you gotta battle, though. Sometimes you gotta battle. And sometimes you gotta meet people with the same aggression they come at you with. You just can't let nobody just walk all over you and just do whatever, bro. See, the cold thing is, right, and I can only speak on myself, and I can lightweight speak, you know what I'm saying, on the character of my two partners, Be Easy and John. We come off positive, easy to come across. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a problem maybe cracking a smile or something, or cracking a joke. Like, that's not an issue. But it gets misconstrued, y'all. And that's what's wild. You know, it can be taken as, oh, these motherfuckers is just nice. They just want to get along with everybody. They just whoop-de-whoop. And that's cool, right? Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. That's a fact. But the thing is we all come from something, y'all. Just like y'all out there come from something. We all have different journeys that we done came from. You don't know what kind of engagements motherfuckers done had in life. That's why we sit up here sometimes and we just chop game, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We know where we at and kind of what it's like. So we can't do too much, bro. Because motherfuckers want to hold shit against you and pull things, you know, just all kind of crazy shit. Y'all know what it is. But what I'm getting at is niggas done worked on themselves, y'all. We're not young anymore. We're not going to go and be just cussing and acting a fool and showing our complete ass, bro, on the internet. It's not going to happen. We have kids. I have grandkids. So there's a lot of shit I'm just not even going to entertain, bro. That shit's for the birds. And that goes with who I am. That's what I stand on. You see what I'm saying? How I was saying, walk like a duck, talk like a duck. It's a duck. That's the people you surround yourself with. Well, if you look at what I surround myself with when it comes to this net thing, you see we on some cool shit, bro. We're not on that other shit. You can put me in that lane, ballpark, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's just wild though, y'all, how when you're a man and you come from a lot of shit and y'all know what it's like being fucking young, black, all that shit. Regardless, whatever path you took. Just the things that motherfuckers face, bro. And to come out and be able to be on some positive, bro. Not on no blame game. Not on none of that, bro. None of that. Because that ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's out the window. You feel what I'm talking about? And that just goes on character, man. That's what this whole stream that I got going is about, man. Character, right? So what I bring to the table, y'all, is I try to bring something genuine, bro. Like something to where like motherfuckers could build and do cool shit. I'm not out to try to see the bad in you, see your downfalls, jot it down in a journal, like to hold it against you on another day. You know, like I'm not bringing none of that to the table. I'm not speaking on you. I'm not, you know, I'm not getting around a whole different group of other friends or other people and get to talking bad on you or making you look a certain way. You know, sometimes people feed off of other people. So you may be cool with somebody, but somebody that you cool with ain't cool with them, get on their little hype and you get to feeding in with the shit. Ain't gonna happen, bro. Ain't gonna happen. Not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna do it. And that's just things that I look for, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, you know, new people, man. Like I gotta see how these motherfuckers move, man. And sometimes, you know, it don't turn out the way you expect it to turn out, y'all. It don't. But I'm also not the type that's gonna hold something against you and I don't really know nothing because it ain't actually happened to me or been in a situation. Some people may be like, yeah, I ain't with all that whoop whoop. That's fine. But to me, I like to be pretty fair. Now, if you got a background of some just dog ass shit, I'm not gonna fuck with you anyways, bro. Not gonna entertain anything you're saying. Probably won't be in the same spaces or anything as you or any of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, you know, that's just keeping it 100, y'all. What kind of friend are you? And that goes to, like I said, like, are you the type, bro? Like you get around certain people, end up switching up your whole get down with that other person? Or do you just keep it solid, man? You look, and that's how I get it when it comes to this net shit. You don't know what the next motherfucker is gonna say or what's gonna come out their mouth. You don't. And the thing is, y'all, is when certain things like that happen, what's up with the Egyptian goddess? When something that happens, You just basically just bow out of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't concern you. Just like on the streets, right? I could be around some OGs or whatever, and they may not like whoop de whoop, maybe something would, you know what I'm saying? And I may be cool with the motherfucker. But I'm not gonna entertain none of that shit. I'm not gonna ad lib anything in there. I'm not gonna, you know. But I can't be like, hey, bro, don't be speak. I can't do all that. I could remove myself. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. But what's up with it be? But what I'm not gonna do is be around that type of activity, get around my other partner, and do that thing that y'all call carry a bone. Yeah, man, I was with the OG bro, and he was, you know, he brought up that whoopty whoop situation again, my nigga, and you know, I know. Because now that looks like, you know, what the fuck, bro? Because look, I get it when people want to put you up on game, right? And actually there's really nothing wrong with that. But it's different if they always putting you up on game on the same type of bullshit and you're like, hold on, bro. Is you entertaining this shit? Are you getting a kick out of this shit? Now I got a question, you know what I'm saying, how I move and be around you, because if you telling me with this motherfucker over here woofing, I wonder what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, you telling him. And sometimes people lie, y'all. Sometimes people lie, depending on the people they around. Sometimes people fucking lie, bro, just to be cool. I appreciate the Cash App, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate that. But sometimes people fucking lie, bro. And that's on the streets, YouTube, and everything, bro. You see it. Cross motherfuckers up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Just period. And it's wild, y'all. That's why I had that thing the other day on my community wall that said, stop lying. Peach hit me up in the comments. Man, who lying on you? Peach be everywhere, right? So Peach would know. I was like, ain't nobody lying on me, Peach. I'm good. I'm just saying in general, man. In general. Because like I be hearing shit, bro, like and listening to, you know, people doing they recaps and all kind of shit. And I got like a few different people, man. And it's just like, wow, bro. And just the things that just be said just be blowing my mind, bro. And again, it's like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Dr. Soapy. Who are you? What's really the deal, bro? And again, y'all, I can only speak on self. Like this is just one of my real, like, you know, little get downs, you feel me? Like I could just speak on myself, man, just what I bring, how I'ma come, bro. Like my get down. I don't care what, I've told y'all this from the beginning, right? I don't care what people think, bro. I don't care about the jokes and then like that. I got tough skin. I've been getting cracked on jokes all my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I got some pretty good ones too. You know, shit, you know, but I don't be tripping on that shit. I got tough skin, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying myself, I don't come over here, bro, to be on no bullshit. My partners that I talk about, like B and John, they've been in the chat. They don't come with that type of shit either, y'all. We're not on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. We are cool. You know what I'm saying? We will chop it up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna just be just cussing you out. We ain't gonna do all that. It can come to that, but we ain't finna do all that, bro. Like I said, man, like that shit's crazy. Like, who wants to really be up on here going at it? And I hear it, right? You know where you're at. You know what goes on around here. That's true. Absolutely. Me, myself, I do my own thing. I appreciate the people that fuck with me, that sub to me and got me to where I'm at, pushed me to even hit the live button. Y'all did that shit. I appreciate that. But I'm not on none of that type of timing. No. None of it. I sub to the shit just like everybody else and watch the shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just only so much a nigga can consume of that shit. It is. And that's why I kind of mainly be on, you know, my recap people and shit, you know what I'm saying, to see what's going on. Cause man, that shit be wild, bro. But and then, you know, are you accountable? Or are you the type to deflect? You feel me? Are you accountable or the type to deflect, bro? I'm not beefing with nobody, B. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no beef, bro. Shout out to Bird again, and Mel and my. I try to keep it as accountable as possible, y'all. The people I rock with, they be on the same hype. If I end up slipping and whatnot, a motherfucker gonna pull my card. Period. So it really don't make sense to even do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. When you have a cool circle, y'all, and y'all really keep it 100 and a thou wow with each other, not on just trying to be funny and shit. Big Rig talking about that kryptonite. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not on like, you know, putting each other down or none of that type of shit. Like motherfuckers crack jokes, but I'm just saying keeping it really 100, bro. Really looking out for each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you don't slip up or be on some stupid shit. When you have a nice circle like that, y'all, it really does help. Not saying you as a man or whatnot can't make your own decisions or whatnot. I'm not saying that, bro. But it's always good sometimes to have that circle, bro. Because they can be on the outside looking in, seeing shit. You seeing shit on how you seeing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, bro. Big Rig, some niggas crack jokes but be trying to sneak diss you. That is a fact. And the thing is, B, and that's the thing that kind of goes with how I tell you about bringing your partners and shit around, you know, some chicks and seeing how they act, bro. That's a definite fact. What's up with it, Clem? Good to see you. That's a definite fact. You got to watch out for them type of cats, bro. You got to watch out for them because those are the cats that will, like I said, get around some women or something. They're going to act up. You gonna damn near want to, you know, catch a fade with them, and then that looks hella goofy, bro, in front of a gang of fucking chick. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid, bro. But you definitely got to check the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But before it even gets to that, you got to look out for that type of shit, B. Just how you just called it out right now, so you'll know, my nigga. We know a game goofy ass nigga, bro. We gonna pull that shit off really fast. You know what I'm saying? And again, that goes with that whole little saying, right? Oh, I don't judge. Only God can judge. Look, check this out. I'll judge the shit out your motherfucking ass. Period. I'm not going to be naive to shit. I'm going to see you for you, my nigga. I'm going to see exactly what your character like, and I'm going to try to pick that shit up as fast as possible. Just like how when I was over there talking with fucking Hood Table, right? And I was talking about dealing with women. I'm not going to be the type of nigga that's going to be trying to be hella preventive and shit. Oh, no, baby, you don't need to be going out. You don't need to be whoopty whoop. What's up with it, Rodney? Hell no, I'm going to see how you act, bro. I'm going to see what kind of moves you make. Are you really trying to go out like that? Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you taking this shit real light. You still want to party and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm not one of them niggas that try to prevent it. Nah, baby, you know, we just gonna whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? And talk the chick into some old, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And you probably making the shit, you know what I'm saying, all an extra. Yeah, baby, we'll go to the whoop de wop. You know what I'm saying? Oh, suck ass nigga. Like that shit don't play, bro. Ain't no sucker in me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really cool, man. I chop it up with all. I love being around all these women, man. Ain't no fucking lie, y'all. I love it. But the thing is, though, I've never been no sucker, bro. No sucker for love. No, I'm not a nigga like that in no type of way, y'all. You know what I'm saying? No simp in me in no type of way. That's not how niggas move, bro. Look at my friend. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? And coming from, you know what I'm saying, where we come from, y'all would really kind of understand that shit. You know, there's really different categories of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Period. I love being around lovely ladies. Why y'all weirdo niggas scaring the women off? That's a fact, B. That's a fact. And the thing that's just so crazy, right? And it ain't big flirt slaps, my nigga. The thing that's just so crazy is a lot of these dudes, bro, will get up here and get to fucking yelling and cussing and all that, and that's fine, bro. Like, I don't want y'all to get on me later and be like, hey man, that's what the fuck we do. I know that's what y'all do. But I'm saying it was the wildest shit I've ever seen, bro. I bullshit you not. I've never seen a man conduct himself with a woman like I've seen on here, y'all. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. But it's almost to the fact, well, not the fact, but the point to where that type of stuff gets championed, y'all. So I come around, I'm just how I am. I get a jacket put on me, like I'm just trying to be nice and be everybody's friend and all kind of shit, bro. Right? Crazy. But you got these other cats that will just cuss the dog shit out of these women, bro. And it's champion, bro. Mr. Nice Guy slaps. You're gonna have one too. Be easy, that nice dude. You know what I'm saying? That's what they go. I'm trying to tell you. John, everybody's friend Sinatra. You know what I'm talking about? It's crazy. But now if I get to just losing it, bro, and going off the hinge and just get to cussing everybody out and shit, bro, this 11 people that you see, bro, I'll have like maybe 30 or 40, my nigga. And if I'm really getting into it, I may even reach 50 or 60. Man, shout out to I got another Cash App. That's crazy. I appreciate that, y'all. I come through with the old school style rig, man, with the list and shit, and I get rewarded, man. I appreciate y'all. I already got narratives on my names. I can't see that other part, man. Fuck. Yeah, I can't see it, B. Because, you know, I got the Mac and I got little symbols covering shit up. Oh, there, okay. Because my mind just had, I already got narratives on my names. We deal with and pop our collar to it. That's right. People love drama. That's a fact, my mind. They do. People love drama, man. They love it. They love it. And that's cool, man, because I dig it too. I'll be liking some of that shit. It'd be funny, man. It'd be entertaining, bro. It'd be entertaining. But some things, when it seems like the person on the other end, my mind, that's kind of getting that work, you can kind of tell it's lightweight stinging their ass. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it ain't really funny no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like almost overkill. You feel me? But that gets championed, right? How if the lowest you go, oh man, the numbers is gonna come. Your name is gonna be fucking ringing everywhere. You know, you're gonna get cash apps. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm doing well right now and got my little cash apps cracking. Man, if I was to just be on a hype, bro, and just going at it, talking my shit, cussing up, man, I'd get cash apps damn near probably every time I go live, bro. No bullshit. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it, bro. Because that's who I am. Like how my title says, who are you? That's who I am, bro. I'm not selling out to none of that, bro. None of that. You know what I'm saying? There's people that showed they complete ass on my fucking platform. Like for real, for real. Very negative, very just horrible. But this person isn't here no more. That to me goes out the window, bro. Like all the bad, like, you know, okay, bro. It's still lightweight hit. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know the cat that long. Maybe a good year and some change. But it's just like, that's the kind of person I am. I can't change that, y'all. I can't just go low and it sit right with me. You know, some people that it can. And to me, to each their own. But if you can get low like that with somebody out there, I would be a fool to think you wouldn't get low like that with me. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely watch and just see a lot of different things, right? And you just got to move accordingly. But I'll see things on here to where I'll just see the ultimate in disrespect. And these people will come right back around. And it really inspires me to make these type of streams, because I can't really fucking understand some of the things that I see. And it's unbelievable. But it's real. It's really happening. And it just goes to just show, you know, just what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's preached to you damn near on a daily in these sectors. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Don't nobody care. Ain't nobody your friend. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. All that feeling shit. When you know that's what it is, that's what it is, y'all. Period. No, there's nothing. There's no halfway. It's being told all the time. Me being around, I'm seeing it. So I get to really see this shit. So I know it's real. There's people that when I first came around, y'all, they're not even here no more. They're not even here no more. That the shit that they had, y'all, they had history in their channels, bro. Like I told y'all before, I learned from y'all to keep my lives. Other than that, I would have never just kept my lives, y'all. I would delete them for real. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not monetized. I didn't come in here tripping like that. But that's what I really would have did. I would have deleted my lives after a certain amount or whatever. And you know, shit. But that's what I learned from y'all. And just to know that these people had years under their belt, y'all. It's wild, man. It's wild. And that's why I said a couple of lives ago, you know, to the CCs that I know, and fuck with, man, y'all just be fucking careful, bro, and cool out there. Because you have people that are really teaming up and snatching shit, bro. Like, again, I never came in here speaking on nobody, trying to fuck with nobody or none of that shit. To me, that ain't me, bro. it ain't me, man. It's not me. But I understand it, right? Because people recap and all that type of shit. Hell, if it wasn't for those people, I wouldn't be finding out a lot of shit. So it is dope, but it's just wild because people end up having a certain issue with certain things, and then their people, right? We're dealing with fucking people that may have, you know, 200-300 plus, let's just say a solid 150 all the time, that rock with them, you know what I'm saying, and are willing to fucking do what they have to do to either put you on some type of suspension, like some school shit, or get you up out of here, bro. And I think even though with all the bad talking or whatnot, I don't think that people should have their channels being tampered with. I don't. I think if it gets to the point to where you feel like that, then it would probably be good to maybe just leave and do something different or go around a different area, because it's not working. You know what I'm saying? It's not working. I get 10, 15, sometimes 20, 25 people in my chat, y'all. I am completely fine with that. I got to a point when I got my 1,000, right? I told people, hey, you don't need to drop my channel. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I just seen what it brought. I've been other places to where there is a lot of people. I could look in my chat right now, y'all. I see kind of regular names, y'all. I don't see troll names and shit all in my shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So, and the other thing that I was going to say is, can you face that person in the mirror, man? Like, straight up. Whatever it is, right? We all got to pass. I got to pass. You know what I'm saying? Do I regret it? No. No, I don't regret it. You know what I'm saying? Because it actually made me the person that I am today. When you go through certain things in life, it depends on how you go through them and what you learned from them. Life is full of choices and lessons. Why lessons? Because with your choices, there's going to be a lesson in it. If you're doing something good and the payout or whatever, that's the lesson. Oh shit, man. If I, have a nice positive outlook on certain things and the way I do things or carry myself, I see how people, respond to me. If I come negative, I see where that gets me. People don't want to say nothing to me. I may end up getting into a fight because somebody wants to match my energy, because there's always going to be somebody badder than you, y'all. I don't care how fucking bad or tough you think you are, There's always somebody better than you. Always. But can you face that person in the mirror, man? Like, regardless of your past and even what you are today, and be fine with what you see? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't. It's hard for them. And I don't just mean just looking at the mirror like, hey, you know, fixing your hair and shit. I mean, like, really looking at that person, bro. The inside of you, everything, like really taking a real in-depth look at that person. How you present yourself, how you carry yourself with people and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I got a a little clip for y'all to get to it. In their report. I got two, but there was some cool clips, man. So here we go. We're gonna go to this first one right here.
Happen to us. And sometimes, no matter how far we've made it or how much we've already accomplished, we still don't feel content. Why is that? The answer isn't an easy one. Most likely, it's when we grapple with feelings of self-loathing. Self-loathing is defined as hatred for oneself that often manifests as anger, self-sabotage, a negative view of oneself, and low self-esteem. It's important for a person to be aware of their feelings and attitudes towards themselves so they can start to change for the better. Here are 7 signs you may be suffering from self-loathing and just don't know it. 1. You tear yourself down. Self-hate makes you your own worst critic. Keeping an eye on your shortcomings is a good thing, but not allowing yourself room to breathe stems from an immense dislike for your current self. You think extremely harsh things about yourself and indulge in self-pity a lot, so much that tearing yourself down has become a daily habit for you. Everyone makes mistakes, but you're so hard on yourself that you can't forgive yourself when you mess up. You're quick to blame yourself whenever something goes wrong, even if it's not your fault. You never commend yourself for a job well done, but rather criticize yourself for even the tiniest of mistakes. You're plagued by feelings of guilt.
Now, I just had to pause it real quick, y'all, because these are things that a lot of people do go through, right? And when I speak about myself sometimes, y'all, and it took me a while, right? It did. Because words are powerful. They're powerful. So when I speak about myself, I put myself in a good standing. You know what I'm saying? At all times. Not like I'm what's the word I'm looking for? Like, when you're full of yourself or something. I can't think of it. I can't think of the word right now, but it's nothing like that. But I think if you don't champion yourself, who else will? Who else will? If you don't have that energy about yourself, who else is going to have that energy for you like that? I'm a firm believer in that, y'all. And that's why I am how I am. That's why when I talk to y'all and I be in a chat and I tell y'all to stay great, I'm serious. I want y'all to be great. When I tell y'all to be the best versions of yourself every day, I'm serious. Not just because you may be around one person or something and feel you need to put on your best. Nah, man. Be the best version of yourself, period, bro. Period. You know what I'm saying? And with that, me putting that energy out there with people, man, you don't think I'm gonna fucking put that energy with myself, nigga? Shit. Fuck you mean. Let's get back to his.
Worthlessness and inadequacy that manifest themselves as frequent complaints about yourself and your life. 2. You feel insecure around others. If you find that other people make you feel insecure about yourself a lot, it might be time to ask yourself why. Most likely it's because you're constantly comparing yourself to them and feeling like you'll never be able to measure up, no matter what you do. Subjecting yourself to this kind of harsh judgment is a definite sign that you hate yourself. When you look at someone else, you always focus on all the things that they have that you don't, and it makes you ungrateful for all the good things you do have. You can't.
Did you hear that? Boy, oh boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, wow, okay.
Can't help but feel bad about yourself whenever you're around someone who's happy, confident, smart, attractive, or successful. 3. You neglect your self-care. Do you want your loved ones to be happy and taken care of? Chances are you probably answered yes right away, because when you love someone, you want what's best for them. So if you really loved yourself, you'd want that for you too. This is why neglecting your self-care is a form of self-hatred. You don't sleep well, you're not eating right.
Now, see, even with that, right? That was dope. You asked them, hey, you know what I'm saying? You love your family with yep. But when it comes to you, though, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is all real shit, y'all. And these are people, you know what I'm saying? They're around us everywhere. But just really pick up on this shit.
You don't exercise, you don't try to look nice for yourself, and you don't do things that make you happy. It's not that you don't have the time or can't be bothered enough. It's more about refusing yourself the pampering because of a deep-seated grudge with yourself. Since your insides are at war with you, it only seems right to let yourself show it outwardly as well. So when you look in the mirror, all you see is a haggard reflection, unworthy of love, and that's how you like it. 4. You don't let yourself be happy. You're a pessimist who's quick at finding the negative aspect in every situation. You're wary of compliments or praise because it seems mocking. You don't see yourself in a positive light and refuse to believe what others say. However, you do take their criticism to heart because it reinforces your view of yourself.
Wow. Wow. I'm going to have to back that up.
You're not comfortable letting other people help, as you believe your troubles are yours alone and you deserve them. You find it hard to feel good about yourself. And this is what's criticism to heart because it reinforces aspect in every situation. You're wary of compliments or praise because it seems mocking. You don't see yourself in a positive light and refuse to believe what others say. However, you do take their criticism to heart because it reinforces your view of yourself. You're not comfortable letting other people help, as you believe your troubles are yours alone and you deserve them. You find it hard to feel good about yourself. And this is what sucks all the joy out of your life. You resent the way you are and deprive yourself from anything, even remotely akin to delight. These are just a few of the ways that you deny yourself happiness.
That's pretty powerful, y'all. That's pretty powerful. So I got one more clip, and then I'm going to go ahead and, open up my panel if anybody wants to come up. But before I do that, right, I told y'all that, well, I don't know if y'all seen it because I kind of put it in one of my posts, but I was going to give you guys the answers to the last illusions and stuff that I had. I will have one going up later on tonight for y'all. So I hope y'all participate and leave them comments, man. I really do appreciate that. I like it, man. I think it's fun. I like to see the people come out and take a stab at it, just to see where they at. So let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. And it's going to be this right here. Okay. So this is the owl one, y'all. So with this one, I can't click the picture to show the whole picture, but you guys will be able to on my page. But the answer to this, drum roll, is 10. So if I was able to click this picture, there is a little owl right here. Then you would have this one, which would be 2, 3, 4, 5. Or actually, my bad. There's 2 down here. So there would be 1 here, one here, and then another one here. Yeah, that's why you can't even see their feet yet. So there's one little one right by the feet. And then that would make 7 right here. And then you would have the 3 here. There's one little one right there. So you got these 2. That's why a lot of people said 9. Because they did see the little guy down here. But they didn't catch the one right here. So the answer to the owl one was 10. Let's see. Oh, that's a dope ass whip. Okay, so now going to the castle. This was funny. Vibrant, you was funny with this one. So the answer to this, y'all, was, can you spot the man in the photograph? Again, I can't zoom in like I want, but I'll tell you where he is. And when you guys go back to my page or community wall, whatever, the man is right here. And he's looking right at you. If you really look right now, you can probably see his face, but he's right there. All you got to do is look for this little black kind of shadow, and he's right there. So if you go to the chimney and go down, and I said this in the comments, I gave a hint. I said, go to the chimney and just go down a little bit and look to the left. And that's his face right there looking at you. He's got like gray hair too. Right there, y'all. So that's the answer to that one. Okay. What was the other one? Okay, so this one, right? You could see it really good on my laptop right here. It says, this is not an invisible man walking a dog. This one was kind of wild, but I did see some people that did, figure it out. They didn't say it. I thank them, but they figured it out. So there's the dog. There's the leash going to, what the fuck? A vest. Right? But here's the arm. That's the hand in the dog vest. That's what this is a dog's vest. And that's his fingers right there. And he's holding the leash. So it's the guy with his arm going through the dog vest, holding the leash. But when you look at it, it looks like it's a vest just standing there, and the leash is just going to whatever. You got to pay attention to detail. Let's see what the other one was. Okay, this one. This one was dope. So this one, he's just on a fucking hill. When you see it, you'll see that because it's moving, you know what I'm saying? You'll see a guy go by on the bike, and that's why I put the guy on the bike right here. So you'll see him go by on the bike, and then when he goes by, you know what I'm saying, he takes off, and you're like, oh shit, but I thought the guy was just kind of holding it in a wheelie, just to keep it real. And I think we had maybe one more I can go. Okay, so this one. Once you realize, and it says confusing perspective, what's going on, no cheating, this is not a concert. I kind of did think it was when I first saw it, y'all. But actually what it is, and John did get it right, and I think a couple other people did too, is that this is carpet, not people. And this is a chair. Those are the legs of the wood chair. There is a couch right here. This is a living room. That is the window of the house. And then there's another table or chair right here. But that is that old school shag type carpet, y'all. And I think that was it. That's a cool nigga right there. This one was funny. For the first 5 seconds, I thought it was a dinosaur. Y'all can't lie. I did not think that was not a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Y'all can't lie and say y'all did not think that, man, because I sure the fuck did. And I was looking, I was like, oh, hell no. Nah. But it's a guy doing like a gymnastics move. So those are his arms. Those are his fingers right here. It's his head, his body, his legs stretched out. And he's holding himself up. Strong motherfucker, though. I'll give it to him. So let me get out of that. All right, I can see my people again. So that was that on perspectives. So I got one more little clip for y'all. And this one was funny, right? Because it was kind of me, you know what I'm saying? So when I seen this shit, I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? These people look pretty good. So let me show y'all, man. Let's get to this one. Share screen. Let's go.
Psychology says sometimes you're not tired of life, you're just tired of people. And if you've been feeling drained for no clear reason, this might be why. There are moments when everything feels heavy. You feel exhausted, unmotivated, disconnected, and you start thinking, am I tired of life? But then something doesn't add up. Because when you're alone, it feels a little quieter, a little lighter. And that's when you realize, maybe it's not life that's draining you. Maybe it's the people around you. Here are 7 signs you're tired.
Ding, 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 ding. Look, y'all, I tell y'all all the time, man. I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? And there's just a lot of things I will not tolerate, y'all. I don't fucking care who you are. Friend, family, it doesn't matter, bro. If you show your ass or whatever, man, I'm taking it for fucking face value and I'm cool, man. I'm good. Don't need it in my life. Don't need to be stressed off of it. Don't need to be giving motherfuckers just chances and chances to do the same dances and dances. Like, it's not gonna happen, bro. But let's get back to it though.
Of people, not life. 1, you feel better when you're alone. You're not isolating yourself because you're sad. You're doing it because it feels peaceful. No pressure, no expectations, no need to explain yourself. Your mind finally gets a break. And for the first time, being alone doesn't feel lonely, it feels safe. 2, conversations start to feel like effort. Even simple conversations feel tiring. Replying feels like a task. Small talk feels meaningless. You read messages and think, I'll reply later, but later turns into hours or days. It's
And I ain't even trying to be an asshole. I don't have notifications on anything, but I am good, y'all. I do check my shit, but I don't have a notification, a ringer, or nothing on my phone. Period. I stay in contact with my son because we got our times that we chop it up. So, you know, it's good, but I tell people all the time, like, if it's kind of scheduled, like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, bro. Woo, woo, I'll turn my ringer on. But other than that, like, I don't, y'all. And if you leave me a message sometimes, depending on if I catch that shit, bro. But I'm not bad like that, y'all. But I'm just saying, no, you know what I'm saying? Just keeping it 100, man. Like I was watching this shit and I was just like, fuck, bro. And I'm not doing it to be an asshole or nothing, bro. But it's like real talk, man. It's just like, man, it just be what it is, man. Let's get back to it.
It's not that you hate talking. You're just tired of conversations that don't feel real anymore. You get drained by negativity faster than before. You notice it more now. Complaints, drama, unnecessary conflict.
So there you have it, right? Oh, Rig was just nice. He just be nice. We want to be cool with it. Man, come on, man. I'm just not with that negative shit, bro. Whatever you put out there in the atmosphere, y'all, is what you gonna get, man. I'm a firm believer in that, y'all. A firm believer in that. So when it comes to all that negative and bullshit, man, I tune that shit out, bro, and go about my way, bro. For real, man. But let's get back to it.
Things you used to tolerate now feel overwhelming. Your energy drops quickly when you're around it, and instead of engaging, you just want to step away. 4. You stop explaining yourself. You used to explain everything, your feelings, your decisions, your side of the story. Now, you don't.
Oh my God, man. Look. And it's true, y'all. It's true. Now, certain things, you know, relationships and shit like that, nah, man, you gotta have conversation, man, and you gotta talk. But again, no, at the same time, man, when it comes to that partner shit, you gotta weed out the bullshit. You'll know when you find somebody that really like rocks with you, is in kind of tuned with you. Y'all kind of got some shit like, you know, going, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll know, bro. Because other than that other shit is just riff-raff shit, bro. It really is. But let's get back to it.
Not because you don't care, but because you're tired of being misunderstood. Silence becomes your way of protecting your peace. 5. You avoid certain people on purpose. There are people you used to talk to often. Now, you avoid them, not out of hate, but because you already know how you'll feel after. Drained.
Come on, y'all. Tell me this little video is not hitting on some shit. Hey, I'm glad you got your signal back, bro. You be careful on them back roads, my nigga. Appreciate you, you know, tapping in, but stay focused on that road, man. Stay focused on that road. Let's get back to it.
Overwhelmed, exhausted. So instead, you choose distance. And for once, it feels like the right decision. 6. You crave depth, not just presence. You don't want more people. You want better connections, real conversations, genuine understanding, emotional safety. You're no longer interested in surface level.
So, perfect example, y'all. Big Rig in his fucking YouTube StreamYard. I just want real conversations, bro. I don't need a gang of people, bro. They just hit it on the nose. I don't care about all that other whatever. I don't care. With the people I got that come around and be in my chat and drop down and hit my panel, bro, we have good discussion, bro. Good back and forth. That's what I'm on, bro. This little video was hitting on shit with me, y'all. That's why I had to play it. It's only 3 minutes and shit. We only probably got about 30 more seconds in this shit.
Level interactions that leave you feeling empty. And because of that, your circle starts getting smaller. 7. You feel emotionally tired, not physically tired. You're not just tired, you're drained. And rest doesn't fully fix it. Because it's not your body that needs rest, it's your mind, it's your emotions. And a big part of that exhaustion comes from constantly dealing with people who take more than they give. Being tired of people doesn't make you a bad person.
That's a fact. Look, y'all. I take pleasure in seeing other people happy. I do. Like, that's the kind of person I'm a giving person. If I have it, I have no problem giving it. As a matter of fact, when I first started coming on YouTube and stuff like that, I had no problem cash apping people and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd see certain things and whatnot, and I'd be like, man, fuck that. It's good. You know, I got you for the wooty whoop. But then also at the same time, I just seen people just really act a whole fucking mess, bro. And I was just like, you know what I'm saying? But I am, no, you know what I'm saying? So I give my support in ways that I do. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Period. I don't care what anybody thinks or any of that type of shit. But when you get to a point, y'all, to where you are the type that always or that person that, you know, has no problem giving and all that type of shit, it gets tiresome. And you really watch the type of people you're around, because you know what kind of fucking value you are, y'all. Like, I know what kind of value I bring to people. You feel me? I know what kind of person I am. I know if it's knowledge, anything, if I have it, I'm gonna give it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hater, my nigga. Like, that's not in me at all. Like, it's not in me. But again, though, I like to see my people, bro, succeed, bro. Especially if I can have a part in it and help you, you know, whatever it is. Man, come on, bro. It's a great feeling to me. Some people don't be on that type of time like that, y'all. And that's fine, because everybody ain't gonna be, right? The world wouldn't be the way the world is if it was, bro. But I'm just saying, man, like, that's why I really had this stream to kind of just break shit down. And also, like, I have no problem putting myself in there, man, at all. But that's real shit, man. Let me hear what else you got to say, and then I'm going to end him.
It doesn't mean you hate everyone. Sometimes it just means you've been giving too much for too long. It means your energy has been stretched in places that don't pour back into you. And now your mind is asking for something different. For peace, for space, for real connection. So, if you've been feeling this way lately, don't rush to force yourself back into the same patterns. Listen to what your energy is telling you. Because maybe you're not tired of life at all.
And I agree. Sometimes you got to let people go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do. Like, it just, that word, phrase, whatever it is, what it is, that's real shit. And sometimes it could be a hard pill to swallow, but if you don't take that pill, man, at that time, and you let shit just keep going and going, it's going to get worse. Then you're going to get pissed. Then you're going to get mad at yourself. And then you're going to be even more angry with that person. Because you're going to think things are going to get better. I'm not negative Nancy in saying that they won't. But I'm not naive to shit. And if you show me something one way, I'm taking that under consideration. You're going to have to show like a motherfucker different. Period. But I wouldn't put on to somebody that I wouldn't put on to myself. So again, y'all, that's why when y'all see me in the chats or see me, period, and the type of energy I put off and just being positive, that's why. That's work I put into myself doing my thing. This live was great. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all sliding through. I'm gonna go ahead and play my my slap so I can get a dab in. I'm gonna drop my fucking my link in case anybody want to come up. And again, y'all, if not, that's cool. Don't even trip. I just wanted to chop it up with my people. I did that. I wanted to do like an old school style type live, you know what I'm saying? Like how I did before. I did that. So I'm happy, bro. I see John still in the chat. So, you know, shit, maybe later he might even go live. And, you know, it's Friday night, y'all. I mean, it's just 10 o'clock over here on my end, but I'm ready to rock. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get this song going so I can take my dab, man. And again, if y'all want to slide through, man, and come fuck with your boy, man, I'm about to drop that link. You feel me? Let's get it.
I race about the house, it's 8 o'clock. I whistle down the street to my niggas on the block. But before I strike, I have to go inside my trunk and put away the thing in case I got some funk. I mash up to the west side just to get some doja. A little spot called West Night, deep in Santa Rosa. I pull into the Cracker Jacks and let my system thump. A message to the deck man, I'm looking for a swap. Plans I'm linked now, I'm headed for Mendo. Turn on the college, now I'm sitting in my love, smoking Indo.
Sitting in my lounge smoking Indo. I know they got some in, so I'm feeling kinda cold, bro. Hit the liquor store and now it's back onto the track. I got to watch my back because these motherfuckers jack. I'm turning up that ENJ, but prayer, I ain't tripping. A nigga with a 30 round clip thought I was slipping. I left the fully go, shot his ass to the dirt. Now I'm lounging like a pimp in the club, still smoking Indo.
Sitting in my low, smoking Indo. At a stoplight when some fool stuck a 9 in the window. Reached under the seat for my pistol. My hand was on the Glock, it was cocked, but I couldn't find my clip, bro. I looked around and seen someone else, a young ass nigga with a go-to. They yelled out, break yourself. So much for a black man to do. Either smoke this motherfucker quick or else I'm through. But I ain't tripping, he can't get away scot-free. Because I found a clip to my shit out from under the seat. He said,
I got a gun and you got a gun, pointed at each other. I'll shoot you and take your loot and leave you undead, brother.
so I shot him through the door, then opened it up and hit him once more. He fell to the floor and screamed his blood started to pour. His homie stood in fear. I looked in his eye, teared appeared. I wasn't thinking too clear. I should have been up out of there, but what should I do with the book? I shot him to it through the gat in the trunk. I matched him to the bank and dumped the Glock, the Mac, and all that junk. You know, yeah, the Glock, the Mac, and all that junk. The next morning at 8, the police came to snatch my ass. I tried to run too late, but they caught me before I made my dash. Or caught me in the street, threw me in the car, took me to the jail, stripped and searched and locked me down, and wouldn't even set me bail. So I'm sitting in a holding cell stressing. Let this be a lesson, killer ain't no profession. Shit, the DA's trying to take me for a ride. Shot me a deal, 15 to life, double homicide. My dump truck defendant said it beats the chair. I call my mama every day and cry, it ain't fair. Now I'm wondering how the hell did they find me? Got my prints off a shell at the scene of the crime, G. Now my life is a wreck. I wanna hang from the tier with a sheet wrapped around my neck. Everything goes black and it gets silent. This is the result of black on black vibe. You know? Black on black.
Sitting in my lounge smoking Indo. I know they got some in, so I'm feeling kinda cold, bro. Hit the liquor store and now it's back onto the track. I got to watch my back because these motherfuckers jack. I'm turning off that ENJ, but prayer, I ain't tripping.
I ain't tripping.
A nigga with a 30 round clip thought I was slipping. I let the bullet go and shot his ass to the dirt. Now I'm lounging like a pimp in the cut, still smoking Indo.
Still smoking.
Still smoking Indo.
Still smoking. Still smoking. Yeah, though.
Still smoking Indo.
Yeah, though. DJ 6, I'm still puffing on that weed, man.
Still smoking Indo.
Still smoking.
Still smoking Indo.
Yeah. All right, let's get up out of here. All right, y'all. We back. Let's see what we got going in the chat. I see you, John. Okay. What's up, TC? I see you. Clem, I see you still up in here. Okay. My mind still up in here. Okay. So yeah, y'all, I got the link out there, you know what I'm saying, in case anybody want to come up. Not that's cool. I did have 3 hours. What's up with it, Chrissy? Good to see you. Okay. And I just put my shit on all, so you know I don't miss nobody in the chat. What it do, Tay Bay? But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying, y'all. That's crazy. I wish I could rewind this shit. But regardless, oh yeah. So I was looking at what I got. I got 3 hours left. So I'm at 1 hour and 22 right now. So if I do shut down at the 1 hour and 30, shit, I'll still have, you know, another hour or so. So I'll be able to fuck with y'all, you know, later on this week. But I get the reset. Yeah, long hair don't care all day. I get the reset April 27th, y'all. So I think that's like a Tuesday. You feel me? So regardless, I'll still be rocking. But again, though, I appreciate y'all sliding through, man. I appreciate this live because again, I was hella zooted, man, and I was looking at some of my old school lives, bro, and just seeing how I was just kicking it and the topics and shit. And it was kind of like what I did tonight, y'all. And it felt good, you know what I mean? I like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when just shit kind of just hit me. And usually when things go on, you know, it kind of inspires the shit, you feel me? Things that just be going on. So it's like shit, you know. But I always put myself in there, y'all. Definitely. Definitely. But I appreciate y'all. John, if you gonna go live later on, man, let a nigga know, bro, so we can get up over there. I'm sure there's some people out there that's working and doing what they doing and wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, somebody entertaining. But that's pretty much what I had for y'all tonight, y'all. Like, I just kind of wanted to get that out. Like I tell B and I tell John all the time, I'm like, man, bro, like, y'all niggas could pop it, bro, like me. You can get like a good hour, maybe an hour some change out of me, man, and that's almost kind of it, bro. Like, you remember like how I used to tell y'all it used to be hard for me just to hit that button back in the days, y'all. It was hard, bro. Definitely a lot easier, but it was hard. Clem says, yeah, y'all some solid ass dudes. Yeah, man, that's off top, man. It's off top. And I appreciate y'all that do rock with me and go and rock with them, man. I do appreciate that when I see y'all up over there, and man, that shit's dope. And I hope y'all like how they get down, man. For real, for real. And we're big on engagement, y'all. So don't be afraid to always, you know, leave a comment or something after the lives and shit. I go live if someone hit the button for me. Man, I hear you, Clem. But that shit definitely got a lot easier. But yeah, shit, I'm getting hungry though, y'all. Shit, so I'm thinking about eating something right now. So I appreciate y'all sliding through. I got the 10 in the chat. Let me see what I'm looking like on the likes, y'all. Y'all gave me 21 likes, y'all. For real? Y'all really fucked with me tonight, man. And I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. I really wasn't expecting y'all to really slide through like y'all did tonight on this one. But y'all did, man. You know, you never know what's gonna happen when you hit that button. Hold on 1 second, y'all. What's up with it, TC?
Hey, what's up? Good morning. How are you?
I'm chilling.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, and to the chat, good morning, everyone, and or good evening, wherever you are in the world. You know, I was listening to you, you know, and I love the little animated. I've been watching a lot of little animations lately myself, because they're very interesting, and I think it's a good idea. You know, actually, I'm gonna start doing some things myself with it. Uh, I watched this young lady. Her name is Veronica, and she does a lot of HR stuff. And she'd be right on point, you know, in reference to, you know, employee employer relationships, asking to work overtime but not getting any pay, and you know, just some crazy stuff. Of course, taking your employer taking advantage of an employee.
Right.
So I think these animations are really, and what you just showed us was right on point. I feel like, you know, there's some people, it's not that I duck and dodge them, but my vibe is not where it's not there anymore.
Right.
You know, they're pulling in the direction that I'm not there anymore, and I'm going in another direction. So
Right.
they zigging, I'm zagging, you know.
Right.
So when you know that, you just have to, of course, you have to govern yourself accordingly, and that's exactly what I do. I want to just say that as a new as a new CC, I think that you have done a yeoman's job of number one, keeping out of the cuckoo bird stuff. Um,
Facts.
you know, being able to be present but not be inserted into the cuckoo bird stuff.
Facts.
When you're a moderator, and then sometimes you're moderating for people and it's like, oh God, this is here
It's
we go.
dangerous.
It's danger. Yeah, you're right in the
Fuck.
belly of the beast. Period. So that's just the way it is. But you've been able to, like I said, govern yourself accordingly. I must say that as a new CC, you of course, partnering with the Hood Table is definitely another milestone in on both of you all's
Facts.
hats. I really think that this whole co-host thing is going to also be propelling to people to look into.
I think so
It,
too.
I think that you all have really are pioneering some thought, you know, and can it be done? Can it not be done? Are you two together in terms of, are you a couple? I don't know you all's business, but whatever it is, when you come up on here, you all are the consummate professionals, or the consummate content creators, I should say. Um,
Facts.
so I just want to say, you all keep that up. You give yourselves breaks. This is another thing I like about you guys. You kind of take breaks in the middle. You're like, okay, we got series 1 coming up on series 2. But in the meantime, you give each other a break, and you don't stifle each other in your own perspective chats. You still have individual channels.
Facts.
Each one of you support each one individually. But what you do when you come together, that is what it is. And I like the fact that y'all stick by that.
Absolutely.
That keeps your infrastructure strong. The infrastructure of of you all, um your co-host situation. It keeps it strong, and it keeps the garbage out too. Every now and then, listen, you never know. You know what happens. So, something may pop up, somebody may pop in, and blah blah blah. Howsoever, you all know how to handle that, and you've been doing it very well. Of course, your chat is amazing. Your mods are amazing. I think that they are also to be, celebrated as well when it
Facts.
comes to, making sure that you and the Hood Table, or you and the Hood Table, can definitely put your content out there. And you all don't have to worry about the chat, because you know that your mods really are doing a solid job. They really are.
Definitely.
So yeah, I just want to say that, and especially as a new content creator myself, doing things totally different, my infrastructure was very, very important to me. And I'm embracing the mute button. I'm embracing, you're out of here, kick you to the curb. I don't give a damn. Go on about your way. I'm not here for the dumb diddy dumb stuff. We're all grown, and we don't need the trolls and things of that nature. I never liked it. I never got with it. I don't like getting down with it, and I still don't like it. I still can't stand them, and I think it's just another way for a whole bunch of people to, they need to go find a job. That's all I have to say. If they want to troll, some people that need to be trolled, like elected officials and all the rest of them.
Mm.
um if they want to troll some big stuff, big people, troll those people. Corporate executives, CEOs that are making hand over fist over hand, money laundering here and there and this and that and the other. If you want to do something, do something. you
Facts.
know But anyway, I've been able to come up with my infrastructure that I'm proud of. I'm like you, Riggs. I'm like, look, 5 people, boom, boom, boom. Once I get 5 people per state, I already have like 7 states represented, and I have 5. I have parents from 5 states, and I talk to them and them only, and that's it. And then I take them on a second tier of the journey, put them on a Zoom in private and protect them because they're parents.
Right.
Some are married, some are not co-parenting. These are parents that have jobs. These are people who, like everybody else in this world, we're all just trying to make it. And we already know the quote unquote odds against us, if you will, in terms of the society, if you will. We don't need to have our own people also be on that list too. We got to watch the people up above us, and then we got to watch our own people at the same time. That's a lot of work. So, I just say anybody who's a new content creator, look, put your infrastructure together first, and then take your your show on the road. I must say, a lot of the parents want me to come and visit. I'll go and visit. We have our way of doing it. So everything is not on YouTube. Just basic general crap. So I like what you're doing. I like those things that you put that I can't hardly see half the stuff. So I didn't know I thought it was a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So yeah, it looked like a T-Rex to me. It is what it is. However, I like because it's lens, it's perspective, it's the way you look at things. That's how so I really appreciate you jugging our minds and our brains.
Facts.
Brain intellect. That's what we need. That's what we need. And that's what we have to bring back.
Yeah, have something cool going down your timeline instead of a gang of other crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then when you become a grandfather and a great grandfather, your great grandkids are gonna say, "Yo, my great granddad, man, he was cool. He was putting stuff, and he was,
Facts.
I mean, that's gonna make you feel so proud."
Absolutely.
I don't know what folks are gonna do when their folks, their children and great grandchildren and great greats get a hold of some of the mess that they've done if they're not in jail first. But
I don't know.
But it is what it is. Keep doing what you're doing.
Facts. And I will.
Yeah, I like you and B's vibe. Keep B around. He know what's happening. He know what time it is. I like his little swag, and I really appreciate you all's perspective and the things that you do. So and that's all I wanted to say. I want to
appreciate that, TC.
Keep inspiring you all, because I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but we just got to keep edifying each other and keep the positive stuff in front of us. Okay.
Yep.
So do your big one, and I appreciate you and your chat. I love coming over here.
That's what's up.
It's a good vibe. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it too. All right, you be good.
Exactly.
TC. That's what's up.
Anyway, anything you need, I'm here. I can be found, or somebody will find me, or however that works.
Absolutely.
All right, now.
You have a great night, early morning.
Yes. Peace.
All right. So let me see. Okay, yeah, she got it. Yes, Vibrant. My hair was on top of my head. But I put that shit down. You know what I'm saying? I put that shit down. You know what I mean? I let it bang real quick. Like a Rasta. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my shit retwisted, y'all. But yeah. I love my shit, man. My shit hella healthy and best decision I ever made, man. I've always had hair, but if I would have did this shit a while ago, my shit would damn near be touching the flow, man. This shit crazy. I'm outside tonight, Riggs. Happy Friday, everyone, and have a great weekend. Have a great live big hitter. That's what's up, Chris. I'm finna go ahead and shut this thing down. Shout out to TC pulling up. Shout out to the 9 that I have. Let me see where we at in the likes. 23. Hell, can we get to 25, y'all? Am I asking too much? Can we get to the 25? But I appreciate y'all, man. Again, this was a good live, man. I enjoyed this live, y'all. I enjoyed it. My, you said, man, I'm gonna try to stay up. You stayed up, my. You made it all the way through. Shout out to you, and shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that slid through the night, rocked out with me. Oh shit, man, say it ain't so.
I'm outside.
What's up with it, S3?
Not much. I was over at Shakim's. I hit his link for a moment.
I seen that. Because right before I went live, I was looking at people's shit real quick. And I was like, oh shit, okay, S3 up there, okay. And then I went live and then I see you type it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was on his link and typing in your chat.
Okay. Okay, you was all right.
Yep, I was in both lives. So I don't normally do that, but so it's better to get on lives or to go live on an Android. And so that frees up my iPhone. And so then, I said, okay, well, let me go over here because I be wanting to support. And Irby Fatel went live today too. And I shared him out as well.
You shared that out. Yep.
Yeah. So I was basically trying to like support everybody,
I feel
kind of like make my runs. So that allowed me to kind of be in two places at one time. And then I said, okay. And then Rodney's live. Like I'm trying to support, but when everybody goes live at one time like that, it's kind of hard.
It's rough. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
man.
I'm like, damn. And I don't want one person to feel like I'm more favoring another person or any of that stuff. I want to be like, fair with everybody. But then I think maybe in my mind, I probably just like making too much of it because it's not like
you only one person, man. And I don't really if people know you fuck with a S3, they know what it is, man. Just like you being live or I'm live and you go live or vice. It ain't like motherfuckers is going live on each other or nothing of that type of support. We just doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? And we still support each other if it's replay gang or whatever. So I don't think thinking like that is even worth it. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because people, if they do feel that way, they're going to feel that way anyways. Go ahead.
I just try to support because I know as smaller content creators, it's important to do so because you have like the bigger CCs and they run the numbers between each other,
And they definitely support each other.
Yeah, and it's effery. A lot of it's just effery.
That's
but
wild.
If the smaller content creators come together and support each other, then that will actually create more because there's more smaller channels than there are really bigger channels if you really look at it.
Yeah.
And so that will be a force. It's kind of like when the waters come together, you create a wave or tidal wave or even possibly maybe a tsunami, if you will. But you never know. And so anyway, so I try to and be out there. So anyways, anything new been going on?
Nah, just same old, man. I just been watching y'all, man, getting these recaps, man. There's a lot of shit going on, man. So
yeah, that's the effery.
I just been watching y'all,
effery and stuff. And man, like I don't know. Sometimes I think these people be trying to tap me in, but the way they be trying to tap me in is on some real BS. It's like, why are you going there or trying to do some stuff like that? Makes me wonder about these folks. But I already told you, I'm gonna put them in 3 categories: either a sociopath, psychopath, or a narcissist. So you ain't gonna, that's where you're gonna land with me in one of those categories. Or normal, which it's only a few people there, but yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, but everybody's losing their channels and
and monetizations and shit. Like shit is fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, because they said Binary lost his monetization, and so now he's out the game.
That's
And
what they,
and then I don't know if somebody else lost the channel per se. Do you know who lost the channel? Who lost the channel?
no, I'm just saying though, like, you know, prior, you know what I'm saying? Like people been losing their channels, man, over the last at least 2 months.
Oh yeah, they're losing their channels, but they have people to help them bring their stuff back up to something. Like they should say, if I lost my channel or you lost your channel, it might be a harder climb. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But they sold they sold to the YouTube god, so they get back in rotation quick enough. But it's a lot that comes with it because somewhere down that line you lose your dignity. You have to take all this crazy rigmarole that people try to put on you. It's like then you start to not like the people that are around you, and it could be stress filled and stuff like that. So, it's better to have quality people around you so you can have peace, and you can really enjoy your YouTube time.
Absolutely.
Have a peaceful dynamic, enjoy the people that come around, have true support, because you really know who supports you, because they'll come through in this mess all the time. But it's like, who's there when all that stuff has died down, and then they tried to lay out your character in some type of way. Who's still there when the smoke has cleared?
Yep.
That's your core people.
It's a fact.
Yeah. So
And you've actually over the last few months have gained a lot more people.
subbies, yeah.
And you see it in the chat too.
My chat goes up and down. It just depends on what's happening. I think I more so gauge it by subbies, like my sub account goes up. And the thing about it with me is, like, whenever I do gain a subby, my subbies rarely just leave. Like they stay with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They stay with me. They might not always be in my chat. They'll be
Yep.
on the replay or whatever, but they don't take their sub. They don't really
Yeah.
take their subscription away.
I'm the same way. I haven't lost anybody that I've seen S3 like I've gained. So like
Yeah.
I'm not mad at all, man. Like I don't really be tripping on the numbers and shit all crazy, but I do be having a cool replay and shit at times. But people be living life, man. So the people that you do see, they kind of be in the mess. You kind of see them in the mess in all the different channels. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the thing. This is Black YouTube, and for the most part, all of us are in messy sectors. Like, we're all in the mess. To say you're not is straight BS. I mean, do we all do messy content? No, that's something different.
Right.
Right. But the same people you see around here, and whatever particular whatever, you'll find them in the beef sector, the black sector, the conscious sector, in all the messy scenarios, right, where there's the action going down. And I think it's just innate in human beings to kind of want to see some craziness, if you will,
Yep.
or something that's somewhat exciting. And then but are you gonna like always have that on your channel? More than likely not, because you might have a channel that's more about crafting or more about politics or more about whatever. But will you find yourself somewhere where the craziness is gonna go down? Yeah, because there's all kinds of crazy. There's even political crazy, right? Where you'll see commentators battling it out, and that is craziness for their sector. And who's gonna miss that show? It's a battle royale going down, so let's go check it out. And then when they go back to their channel, it's not the same. So it just depends. It just, but people say that they're not, because I used to give myself like a whole lot of flack about certain things because I wanted everybody who came to stay. and it's not going to be that way, right? You
Facts.
want, it's just not going to be that way because people will be like, well, I saw you this way, or I felt this way about you,
Yep.
and I see that your channel's like this, and it's not, and they start putting all the critiques and stuff, and then they'll be very critical, hypercritical towards you, and then you'll find them in, say, an action-packed arena, and you'll be like, well, wow, you were just over here being extra critical on me, but I see you over here. And so you just do whatever makes you happy. Do you.
Facts.
Whatever it is that makes you happy, do you. And if you can get traction from it or even a coin from it and build from it, build from it. Build from it. Look at Wendy Williams. I mean, shoot, she went through some stuff now, but she was the queen of mess. And look what she built, the empire, and she's actually the blueprint for a lot of this other stuff. And what did they have to say to her when she was putting it down? Or even Oprah when she was putting it down, or even, any of these other people who do their things when they were putting it down. They were putting it down, and there was always somebody there to criticize.
Yep.
Always somebody there to criticize. Even like when the internet first started becoming, like when commentators came out here and they were like, oh, you do commentary on the internet. You do commentary on the internet. They were looking down on the people who
Yep.
did commentary on the internet and was getting money off the internet. Now, all those people who were in those like big networks, they're over here on YouTube trying to get it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like Star brought his whole thing from the radio station. He said, F that radio station. He took his butt to YouTube and brought everything he knew about being a radio broadcaster, running programs and stuff. And he put his mark down here on YouTube. He's getting paid.
Ran his own program on YouTube.
You know what I mean? So who's to say what about anything? Just do what feels good to you and gives you peace and maybe lines your pockets. You know what I mean? Hopefully it does, because that's a blessing unto
Some
you.
ducats.
Yeah, and let the people, because there's always going to be somebody who has a thought process about you, and either they'll like you one day and they'll hate you the next. That's what I've learned about it. They'll like you one day and then they'll hate you the next. They'll smile in your face one day and they'll talk about you around the corner like you just, and then you'll become like a leaf in the wind if you're trying to please them all. You can't please them all.
You can't.
Please yourself.
It's a fact.
Yeah. But I did want to come up here and support. And now I'm going to get down and
for sure.
Because they out here just, everywhere with it. But
yeah, get that information, man. You gonna go live tomorrow morning or what?
Maybe later on tonight. If
you might even fuck around tonight.
Yeah, maybe, possibly. Man, this broad, there's a broad out here. She's not a very good representation of her community, whatever that, they call themselves a community. This broad playing games, and so I'm just like, what's wrong with you? And then I was over at Shakim's and they were like, oh, well, Coolin was saying, well, this is her way of kind of like tapping folks in. I'm like, you don't tap people in, putting, like a narrative on them or whatever. But I don't really care about the narrative itself because it's a straight up lie. But even if I was that way or whatever, I could speak on it and stand on it. But it's just weird how people try to, like, they just, won't you just get to what your problem is? Like, just get to what you really want instead of just putting something on somebody. You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? Well, let's get to that, So I might
I'm gonna have to watch the end of the little ending of Shakim shit, man. That's why you went up there?
No, I just happened to go up there. And why did I go up there? Why did I hit Shakim's link? Oh, I just to support because Shakim hits my link and stuff. And I'm not really a big link clicker. I've always been like that. Vibrant used to always Vibrant was one person that used to be like, okay, hit the link, go hit links. And I was like, hit links? No. I didn't want to hit a link, you know. I just didn't want to hit links. And because I was new, I guess I was up and coming, if you will, or whatever. And a lot of people were coming through. And but they wanted to get to know me a little bit more, and part of it is you hitting their link, right?
Right,
But if you
right,
don't hit their links, it becomes like maybe you're snubbing them to some extent, and also maybe just not willing to play the game, which I'm not going to play a game with none of you peoples, but you know, that's their way, right? They're trying to get to know you or whatever. And I just didn't play the game like they did. I just don't. And I've always been like that, where I just not a habitual link hitter. And
right,
when I do it, it's very rare, and then it's kind of like intermittently, like just pop, 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 pop. If I do it, just it has no rhyme or reason, like it's just out of nowhere.
right.
But just because it's not a very comfortable thing for me in general, people don't understand that it's just not. I'm more comfortable on my platform than I am anywhere else. And sometimes when I'm on other people's platforms, I really don't have much to say. You know, I just don't have much to say. So I'll just be like,
So that transistor radio kind of be out.
it be out in that moment, because I just don't, unless you have like a real specific topic. And, you know, I feel very passionate in that moment. Outside of that, I don't have much to say. So I feel like it'll be a dud, you know? Like what am I going to, I don't have nothing to say to it. I
Right.
don't have nothing to say to it. But I do want to show support. So like this here right here is me showing support, but as you can see, I'm just kind of all over the place and not really saying much, you know? Saying something but not saying something.
No, you good. You know what I'm saying?
You
You just
know,
slid through, you know what I mean?
it's
Top
not
game
very,
real quick.
yeah, it's not very, you know, but they know that about me, my mods and stuff. Like the people who've been around me long enough, they
Yeah,
understand.
I kind of borrowed all your mods, sincere, but I do appreciate you being such a, you know, a great person and not, you know,
Well, you know,
taking it a certain way.
they go where
But
they want to go and do what they want to do, and they're good people, you know. And
they
so
are
I
definitely
would expect for them, they're not going to just be my mods, but you know, I think everybody kind of knows my brand is kind of centered around me and my mods. Everything is kind of like us, you know. So if they don't know anything else, they'll identify them, associate them with me. But they mod for other people. They do.
right.
So anyways, let me get down and
Yep,
have
I
a good
appreciate
night.
you, SD. You too. And I'll be seeing if you go live later on, man. Shit, I'm gonna be
Oh yeah, because when I go live, I think I'm gonna have to
you know, Young
I
gonna pop up.
really don't have to, but I'm gonna tell this bride, man, stop playing with me.
Yeah, let's see what you're talking about, man. You know,
Well,
let's see
this
what you
whole,
gonna pop.
Lord, I'm trying to call her. I said I'm trying not to call her no names or nothing like that, because like there's a part of me that's like, this is my uncles, and you know, and some other ones in my family. It come out in me, you know what I mean? Like, and I really just want to say some things to you that if I was to really go there on some of these people, they would be so mad at me. It the stuff that they be feeling right now is like nothing compared to how upset I could probably get them. I try not to be that way.
Yeah, don't be that way.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Anyways, have a good night.
You too. You be good.
Bye.
Leslie. And shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to you living life to the fullest. Shout out to you trolling. Shout out to Last Call. I see you, bro. I appreciate y'all sliding through tonight, man. Again, I really dug this live, y'all. I really did. So I hope y'all enjoyed it too. Shout out to the replay gang. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me see where we at with these likes. Let's see if we get to 25. We got the 25. So we good, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm finna give me something to eat, man. Go up in that kitchen, you know what I'm saying, and turn into a chef. An up and coming, bootsy chef, but hey, I'm trying to do my thing, man. I don't eat frozen dinners no more. I tell y'all that much. Y'all remember back in the days, I was that Hungry Man dude. I always was eating Hungry Man the shit, man. You won't catch a fucking Hungry Man in my motherfucking freezer, nigga. None of that. None. Now you still catch some corn dogs or something, but you ain't gonna catch no motherfucking full meal and shit, nigga. I'm making my shit, nigga. But shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. We up out of here, man. I may see y'all later on this week. All right, Vibrant, she got her hands up. Home cooking is the best it is, and you get the leftovers, man. Come on. Vibrant, you already know. And I'm finna have some tonight and an Evergood hot link. Fuck it. I put it out there. I was gonna do something else, but I think I'm gonna do the Evergood hot link. I got these dope ass French bread rolls. I toasted. I got Sweet Baby Ray's. I stupid Sweet Baby Ray's on there, and some tater tots, y'all. So you're gonna be right. You're gonna be right. Y'all have a great night, man. Appreciate y'all.